Hello lovely dancers, my name is Aisha and welcome back to Belly Dance Tutorials. In today's class I'm gonna go over the 3-step turn. I hope you watched my previous tutorials, introduction to turns and spins, and then the following one which was about spins in place on one leg or two legs. And this one is going to be about the three-step turn or 3-point turn. Very common turn in belly dance, probably one of the most commonly used turn in belly dance. So let me show it first. I'm going to start on this side and I'm going to go this way, doing 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. You can do the 3-step turn in any direction. I think it's easier to learn it this way, side to side, but you can do it going forward, 1, 2, 3, or going back, 1, 2, 3. Not hard to do, but I want to go over a few things with this. First of all, start in a turnout position. As I said before, and I am going to say it again, and I'm going to emphasize the turnout of the legs, because it creates a larger base for your support. So I'm going to go this way, so this is the working leg. I'm going to start placing the foot in turnout on the floor, turn around. This foot is going to go around and you have to kind of turn it as far as you can, looking back. And then the first foot is going to touch the floor again and I'm going to stop here in a pose. Yes? So this way, I'm going to do a turnout, place, other foot, step, and finish the turn and pose. Yes? Very easy. One more time. Assuming that I start in place here, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. There is a little bit of pivot turn that happens on the floor. When you turn around here, you kind of have to pivot your feet around. Yeah, so there is a little friction there to move around, to finish it. All right, now let's work on the arms for this one. And I'm gonna do just basic arms for now. So they start here out. When I turn around, I'm gonna bring my arms forward so they kind of meet in the middle, and then I open again. 1 and 2. So the arm movement is only 2 counts if you want. So there are only 2 things that are happening. And actually I'm going to close with this arm. So I'm closing and I'm going to open with the other arm. Yeah, very classical turn and arm movement. So I'm closing with one arm and I'm turning around and opening with the other arm. So your arm will go like whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. Now you can do all kind of fancy things with the arms. So you can just bring them, for instance, you can close in a lot, like all the way to your chest, and then open when you turn. So when I'm here in the back, I'm closing my arms completely, and I'm opening them again. So hop and hop, hop and hop. So it's a 3-count turn on the legs, but it's only 2 count on the arms if you want. Yeah, so let's practice this on music a couple times. All right, so I'm gonna travel this direction. Let's start with the legs. 1, 2, 3, and touch. You can touch it or just leave it or whatever you want. Okay, other way. 1, 2, 3, and together. So this will be a 4th count. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Other way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's add the arms. I'm gonna do a close, together, and extend. So I'm gonna go this direction. 1, 2, 3, together. Other way. 1, 2, 3. Other way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now in and out. Yes? So let's try now with the arms in and out. All the way in, all the way out. All right? So let's try this again on music. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, together. 1, 2, 3, out. 1, 2, 3, out. In and out. In and out. Yes? All right. Let's try other directions. Let's try forward and back, front and back. So if I'm gonna do a turn forward, I want to be a little bit on the diagonal. And I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, out. Now back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now this would be a good time to actually practice your spotting. All right, let's stop the music. One more thing we can do with the arms and make them a little bit more advanced. We can go up and over. So we can kind of whip one arm over the head from front to back, or from back to front. Yes, so let's practice this. Front to back, or back to front. So we can use this arm movement during the turn. And we can use either one. So we can do like over. So I'm gonna go this direction and move this arm. I'm gonna go over and out. Now I'm gonna move that direction, so use the external, the outside arm. This is internal, yeah? So I'm gonna go over and out. Yes? Or I can use the internal arm. So I'm going in this direction, using this arm, and this will go from back to front, back to front, back to front. Turning this way, this arm, so the same arm as the turn, but you'll have to work with the arm from back to front, of course. So it's gonna go back to front. Yes? So, and then you can put this together and move both arms, and you get a little bit of a whipping movement of the arms. When you put them together, the best way works if you start with the arms toward the direction of the turn. So this arm, so it's gonna go back to front, and now the other one, front to back. Other direction, I'm starting with this arm, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Yes? Of course, this is not set in stone. It's not the only one. The only direction you can move the arms. You can actually start with the other arm, so opposite to the direction. And it's going to be front, and then you start with the continue with the other arm from the back. So it's going to be front and back. Yeah, so you have options here. Let's try these arms on music on the three-step turn. We're gonna start with one arm at a time. I'm gonna start with the external arm. I'm going this way, yeah, so it's gonna be front and over, other way, front and over, front and over, front and over. Now I'm gonna do the inside arm, the same direction as the same arm as the direction, and this will go from back to front. Yes. So it's gonna go back to front. Other one, back to front, back to front, back to front. Let's try both arms. I'm gonna start with the inside arm, so I'm gonna do back to front, and the other arm will do front to back during the turn. So back to front, front to back. Yes? Back to front, front to back. One more time, starting on this direction, this arm. Back, front, back, front. Now opposite arm. I'm gonna start with this arm. That's the direction of the turn. So this will go forward or front and up, and the other one will go back. So start, 1, 2, 3. So opposite arm, this one, over. Opposite arm, so I'm starting with this arm. It's gonna go front, front, and back, and finish. Opposite arm, front, and back. All right. One more thing I wanted to say about turns. Have something on your feet that is comfortable and it allows you to spin around. So something that's not too grippy and not too slippery. You can use the dance footies or dance shoes or simply socks. For me, these kind of socks, the thin ones, the cotton thin ones, are actually the best. So it has to have the right amount of adherence to the floor. I hope you liked my little tutorial today about a 3-step turn. It's not hard to practice, but adding the arms can be a little tricky. So practice with the arms, and as I said before, get in the habit of using extended arms. Of course, when you go over the head, they're gonna bend a little bit, but not, too close to the head, yeah? As high as you can. Keep practicing, and if you have any comments or suggestions, let me know in the comments box and I'll try to address them if I can. I hope to see you next time with more turns and spins. Until then, shimmy shimmy.